日本時間26日、ドジャース対ヤンキースのワールドシリーズ第1戦で、ドジャースは延長10回、6対3のサヨナラ勝ちを決めました。大谷選手もワールドシリーズ初ヒットのツーベース1本を記録し、チームの勝利に貢献しました。今回はそんな試合の冷めやらぬ熱気が残る中、山本由伸選手とデーブ・ロバーツ監督にインタビューした海外番組の日本語翻訳をご紹介します。ぜひ高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いします。
僕にとって、初めてのワールドシリーズなので、すごく楽しみな気持ちもありますし、とにかく、ベストを出し切って、少しでも、多くチームに貢献できたらなと、思ってます。
Yeah, obviously this is my first World Series, so I'm going to do my very best and then to give it as much contribution as possible to the team.
You had one of your best starts of the season against the Yankees in the regular season. Does that give you a lot of confidence going into the series, and will you attack them in a similar way?
もちろん初対戦になるよりは、多少、いいところもあるのかなと思いますけど、またメンバーが変わってたり、またワールドシリーズという試合、特別な試合なので、同じように簡単にはいかない、うまくはいかないと思いますけど、とにかく全力を尽くしたいです。
Yes, I think the experience from June will benefit me a little bit, but this is World Series, and then probably lineup might be different from the June. So I'm going to just do study and then get myself ready for the lineup tomorrow.
All right, Yoshinobu Yamamoto takes the mound. Game 2 of the World Series tomorrow at 5 p.m. The Dodgers have won all 3 of his starts here in the postseason. His best outing of the regular season actually came against this Yankees team in the Bronx back on June 7th. He went 7 scoreless. He struck out 7. How can he have similar form tomorrow in Game 2?
Well, the first thing he needs to do is fastball command down by the knees, because his secondary stuff all comes out of that window, and that's why the Yankees looked so bad in June. He struck out so many guys. It was the fastball command at the knees that set it up.
And that's so hard to lay off of. You're exactly right, Oral. When I know as a hitter, if I'm facing Yamamoto, I'm looking up. I'm trying to get him up in the zone, because he has that pitch that is devastating down in the zone and the swing and miss. So you're thinking up, but if he commands that fastball down there, then you feel as a hitter, you're like, wow, I am really in trouble. Now you're swinging at everything. So that'll really be critical for him.
Yeah, command early. I think so important. Obviously, Yamamoto, once he gets going and has a feel of his breaking ball, especially that splitter, he is lights out. But he's got to establish that fastball east and west, down at the knees. He does that, he has a chance to pitch really well.
You have a great point, Jerry, because the other thing for Yamamoto is that first inning. That's also going to be critical. That's usually where they do the most damage to him, so hopefully he can get out of that early. We heard Freddie Freeman say, you dream about this as a kid, Nomar, in the backyard, and he's proof that dreams do come true. He definitely, that is a dream moment. There's no doubt about that, and he came through. He's exactly right. This is what you were always doing in the backyard, hoping for the World Series, 2 outs, bases loaded, and man, to come through like that was special.
The hitter had the dream. Let's have a pitcher have the dream tomorrow night. That would be a lot of fun to see.
Incredible way to start this epic World Series between the Dodgers and the Yankees. Let's head inside right now and hear from the skipper, Dave Roberts.
You've had a lot of incredible moments in career. How does that compare? And walk us through your mindset. What's going through your mind when you see Freddie's swing?
I mean, it's arguably, might be the greatest baseball moment I've ever witnessed. And I've witnessed some great ones. As the inning started, you're just trying to think about getting Shohei to the plate. And then, once they decided to walk Mookie, I just felt good with Freddie at the plate, and just that swing, you knew it was gone, and just pure elation. And you don't see teams celebrate after a game, a walk-off like that. But I just think it was certainly warranted. And man, it was a great game before that, but the way it finished, I just couldn't be more excited for our guys.
But Dylan,
obviously Cole pitched well for them, right? I mean, this is probably was unfolding the way they wanted to up to a certain point. For you guys to be able to take this game, how important is that?
It's huge. I think if you looked at the way that we both used our pens, certainly with urgency, rightfully so, and for us to come away with the win was big. And Garrett was good. He was good, and we had a couple opportunities in the middle innings to get a run situationally and weren't able to come through. But we just kept persevering, kept grinding, and created another opportunity in the ninth, and we got the big hit.
Right next to Dylan Barry.
Dave, in the moment, are you able to appreciate how good a baseball game you were just a part of?
Maybe not in the moment, but after the hit, I really appreciated, how it was. No, I think that it was a well-played baseball game. There was some good pitching, some defense, some good at-bats. The crowd was into it from pitch one, and so it was an old-school baseball game. And gosh, the dramatics of how we finished was pretty spectacular.
And how difficult a decision is it to walk somebody to get to Aaron Judge?
It is. It's never easy, and I think the same thing could be posed to Booney, to walk Mookie to get to Freddie. It's never comfortable, and you just got to sort of believe in your process and, the matchup that you got right there. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Third row on your left, Dave.
Dave, I mean, they get the left-on-left matchup there with the walk, but still Freddie Freeman. Do you think he takes that personal at all?
I think he did, and I think he should. And that's kind of, it's still, obviously a decision that Aaron felt good about. But any player, I've walked guys and it's worked out. I walk them and it doesn't work out, and they should take it personal. They're competitors, and that's the way it should be.
Second row on your right, Dave.
When you saw Freddie legging out that triple earlier in the game, what was going through your mind?
Stop. He was already in scoring position, but he's a baseball player, and it caromed off away from Alex, and so he was smart to get to third base, the extra 90 feet. But I was happy he came out of it upright.
Go to the fourth row on the right.
Dave, through the past couple of series, it seems like each guy has a moment that delivers you to the next stage in a big way, and tonight was Freddie's moment. What can you say about what this means for him and the composition of your team that's gotten you to this spot?
I remember talking about in spring training how, each guy has got to want to be the guy at the plate when the game's on the line. Each pitcher has got to want to be the pitcher when the game's on the line. Each defender, fielder has got to want the ball hit to them when the game's on the line. And I think that landed with our guys. And so to your question, there's been a lot of times where guys have made big pitches, got big hits. And, Freddie, that last series was ailing. And so for him to come back and pick us up huge tonight, not surprising, but I'm sure it made him feel really good. And you can see the elation, how happy the guys were for him, because, the last few weeks has been a grind for him to get on the field.
First row on your left, Dave. Daniel.
Thank you, Mike. David, thoughts on Brewster on that 7th inning after his first outing in a month, facing that tough match?
That's the thing, is that was the bet for us. We're betting on Brewster's heartbeat, the stuff. He hasn't pitched in forever, and put him in a big spot and threw up a 0 and kept us in the ball game. So he was lights out tonight.
The second row on your left, Dave.
Dave, how fun was going through that decision making today? Because it felt like a chess match today all throughout the game.
Yeah, it was a chess match, and it was a tight game. You just, I didn't have much margin, so we had to kind of keep the game close. So you're trying to, use the right guys and appreciate that there's more baseball to be played. So it was fun now that I look back at it, but in the moment, you're just really trying to kind of play chess, I guess.
Barry up front here.
Hey, Doc, you incessantly see the clip of Kirk Gibson's homer here. How does it compare when you look at that?
So, yeah, I mean, that's iconic. I think that, we win 3 more games, that's going to be right up there with it.
Well, it was game 1 too, right?
Yeah, everything was the same outside of the fist pumps, yeah.
So, where were you?
I don't recall. That was a long time ago. I was, probably on a football field at that point in time.
Go to the third row on your right, Dave.
Dave, with Freddie's intent to play 162, with what happened to his finger, with his son, with the ankle, the totality of all of it, how much do you root for Freddie in that situation? And as a human, just how good did that feel?
The game honors you, and when you do things the right way, you play the right way, you're a good teammate. I just believe that the game honors you, and tonight Freddie was honored. So it's been a trying year for him, but to his credit, he's found a way to kind of keep moving forward for his teammates and post, and so couldn't be happier.
The two last ones for Dave on your right.
Hi, Dave. Score one for the Bruins, I guess. It seems like every 3 or 4 days we're talking about how masterfully you manage your bullpen. How are you pulling this rabbit out of a hat it seems like every game?
We have good players. They're performing, and they're just all in for whatever I ask of them, whatever our pitching coaches ask of them. And so they make me look good. I have a lot of good players, and they understand that it's about getting 27 outs a night, and it could be anyone at any given moment. But tonight, Jack started the game and pitched his tail off, made one bad pitch, but he pitched great, which was big, and kind of then allowed me to kind of deploy the guys the way it made sense.
I'll finish up in the first row.
Can you talk to me about Flattery and his ability to strike out Aaron Judge 3 times? Just scouting Aaron Judge, how was that for?
It was great. I think obviously he used the breaking ball, and that 3-2 strikeout with the fastball was a big strikeout right there. Aaron is an MVP. He's going to win it this year, and you got to be careful. And even when we went to walk Soto to get to Judge, that never feels good. You got to be careful. You got to be careful of those guys, and if you make a mistake, they're going to make you pay. But Jack pitched him really well tonight.
最後までご視聴ありがとうございました。熱戦を制したドジャースの監督でロバーツは、この勝利を私が見た中で最高の野球の瞬間と称えました。フレディ、フリーマンのサヨナラ打で幕を閉じた試合は、まさに古き良き野球の醍醐味を見せてくれました。投手陣の粘り強い投球、チーム一丸となった守備、そして最後を飾った劇的な一打。ロバーツ監督は、素晴らしい野球の試合でした。投球も守備も打撃も素晴らしく、観客は最初の投球から熱気に包まれていました。と振り返りました。熱気高まるワールドシリーズ、明日の第2戦からも目が離せません。ご視聴ありがとうございました。